Well, American newspapers have been hurtling toward oblivion for decades, unfortunately, but one very brave 19-year-old in Arkansas thinks now is the time to enter the newspaper business. Despite having no professional experience in journalism, or maybe because of it, he was brave enough to purchase his hometown paper. His name is Hayden Taylor, and he bought the Central Delta Argus Sun, which he plans to make great again. Mr. Taylor joins us now. Hayden, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You bought the paper. Let me just say at the outset, I'm impressed. Most people your age are running toward Snapchat, but you're going toward newsprint. How did you afford a newspaper at the age of 19?
Well, as of right now, we've been working really on a handshake. It's been very unofficial. It's been honestly a big cobble work, but we've been able to get it by, and it's been well within what I can afford.
Well, good for you. Why would you want to do this?
Well, a paper, especially in eastern Arkansas, and I didn't know this until I'd actually gotten involved with the Argus Sun, that it is a badge of pride for a community, and I think that it's a worthwhile endeavor to try and keep it alive for as long as it can be.
Well, good for you. I once worked in a newspaper in Arkansas, the statewide daily, the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, a great paper. So I identify with the desire. But, I mean, there's nobody else in your age cohort. There's not one person you went to high school with who was thinking, you know, I want to buy a newspaper or work at a newspaper or read a newspaper for that matter. So what's your plan to keep this paper alive where so many others have failed?
Well, I'm very aware that the national trend has been the downfall of newspapers, but in my particular area, there is still a demand for a paper, and as long as there's a demand, I'm willing to invest in being the supplier. It's been a little bit of a struggle getting off the ground, but as of now, things are going very smoothly.
Well, so now that you're the sort of William Randolph Hearst of the Argus Sun, I mean, you got to misuse your power at a certain point. I mean, do you want to do something crazy with the paper every once in a while? I mean, write editorials against people you don't like, or give bad reviews to movies you didn't care for? I mean, what are you doing to make the paper yours?
Well, everybody is pretty well aware. I mean, I'm 19, no journalistic experience. I'm not going to bite off more than I can chew. What I'm trying to do right now is keep people on staff that do know exactly what they're doing.
Right. And
I've kept the staff from the old Argus Sun, and they've proven to be fantastic at just this transition. But I don't really, until I'm experienced and until it's all set in stone and everything's moving along smoothly, I'd rather not write my own editorial column, but I'd rather cover the news and allow people to write an editorial column because I'm 19, my input, we'll live without it.
Boy, you are a self-aware young man. I read one account that said it was amazing that you're now running a paper because you only took one journalism class. And I thought, that is so much better. So you haven't been destroyed by taking journalism classes. You're still a normal person.
Well, I don't know about that entirely, but I'm doing my best to learn this as fast as I can, and I really think this is kind of trial by fire. So I'm ready to keep moving and just learn.
Last question. Are you going to endorse candidates?
Endorse who?
Endorse candidates when they run in your county? All these politicians are going to come and suck up to you. They're going to want editorial board meetings. They're going to sit there and glad hand you and try to convince you their program is right. Are you going to sit with them and listen to their pitches?
If they want to run an ad, I'll run an ad. If otherwise, no special treatment. I'd rather not get involved for fear of conflict of interest.
That's the spirit. No journalism classes, and you're already beating a lot of people at the Washington Post. Hayden, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having me.